For centuries, people have been going from the Sacramento Valley up into the mountains to cool off. Well, I'm going from here to right here. Hi, I'm Jason Mandly, and on this Butte County adventure, we're exploring the high country of Butte County around Butte Meadows and Jonesville. Let's go. We're on an adventure to the tip top of Butte County, but we're gonna start it right here in Upper Bidwell Park, just outside of Chico. Why, you ask? Well, we're on the old Humboldt Wagon Road. This road was ordered built to connect Chico up into the mountains and to destinations far beyond. We're gonna leave the historic part of Old Humboldt Road behind and take the current route, which is Highway 32, and take a car and not a wagon to Butte Meadows. Let's go. The Humboldt Wagon Road was in fact ordered built by Chico founder John Bidwell in the 1860s. Ruts from the wagon wheels can be seen if you look close enough. To get to Butte Meadows, take Highway 32 eastbound for about 27 miles from Highway 99 in Chico, past the community of Forest Ranch. Turn off onto Humboldt Road and you'll be in Butte Meadows after about 5 miles, Jonesville after 10 miles, and if the snow has melted off the road for the season, Humboldt Summit after about 15 miles. That's where I'm starting my first hike on this trip. All right, we're just now getting up to the top of Humboldt Summit. It was paved all the way through Jonesville, but now it's turned to dirt. We're in 4-wheel drive right now, but you can make it up here in a 2-wheel drive vehicle, no problem. So I'm on the Pacific Crest Trail. It goes 2,650 miles from the border of Mexico all the way up to the border of Canada. And Butte County gets to share a portion of that amazing trail up here at Humboldt Summit. Right here, we get some fantastic views of Lassen Peak. If you're doing a through hike, this is kind of a pretty exciting area because this is one of the first spots where you can get really big panoramic views of Lassen Peak as you head north on the PCT. You truly can see the transition from the northern Sierra Nevada mountains to the southern Cascade Mountains. It's also a really special place because right where the Pacific Crest Trail wraps around Butte Mountain, which is right behind me over here, that's the halfway point. So you're halfway there. Keep on going. Hikers and pack animals are allowed on the Pacific Crest Trail. However, mountain bikes and motorized vehicles are prohibited. Now, if you don't want to hike the entire PCT in one go, that's okay. This is also a great trailhead for smaller day hikes in the area. If you head north from Humboldt Summit, about 2.5 miles, you get to a really nice opening, a ridge top between the Cub Creek and Butte Creek drainages. But it leads to another magnificent view of Lassen Peak and also the Sacramento Valley looking the other direction. It's also a great walk in the woods up here on the north side of Humboldt Summit. You get really deep into the forest here. And if you come here, even in the early summer, you can still find patches of snow. This stretch of the Pacific Crest Trail and much of the land above Jonesville is part of Lassen National Forest. The trails out here are pretty remote, so make sure you're prepared with directions, plenty of water, sun protection, snacks, and other essentials. I told you I was coming up here to cool off. Up here around Humboldt Summit, it's about between 6,000 and 7,000 feet high. So even here in the summertime, you can still find patches of snow. Right here, this is my last snowball of the year. In 2021, the Dixie Fire impacted the forested areas south and east of Humboldt Summit. You can already see the signs of regeneration though. The PCT southbound remains open and leads to a couple of adventures that get you above 7,000 feet in elevation, a 3.5-mile round-trip ascent of Humboldt Peak, and an 8-mile round-trip walk to the geographical high point of Butte County. Just above Jonesville, there's another trail to explore that leads towards the headwaters of Butte Creek. A trailhead for the Jonesville Canyon Trail is found a little over a mile down Jonesville Road towards Humboldt Summit after it splits from Humboldt Road. This area was also impacted by the Dixie Fire, but there's a lot more greenery right along Butte Creek after the first mile. When Humboldt Road was built, there were 14 different stops for travelers along the way, ranging from current-day Bidwell Park, through Forest Ranch, Butte Meadows, over the Summit, down to present-day Lake Elminor, and on to Susanville. There's only one remaining stagecoach stop that's still around, and it's the beautiful Jonesville Hotel. Once the railroad came across the Sierra Nevada mountains, this stagecoach road quieted down, but that allowed Jonesville to become a recreation destination for those seeking nature and escape from the summer heat. Local community members continue to work to keep this history alive. Next stop, the Colby Mountain Recreation Area between Butte Meadows and Jonesville. I just started off here at the Jonesville Snowmobile Park, but it also doubles as a trailhead for hikers, mountain bikers, for Colby Meadows and for Colby Mountain. Also in the wintertime, you can also start your snowshoe adventure here or your cross-country skiing. Colby Mountain Recreation Area is already a summer destination for hiking and mountain biking, but the new Colby Mountain Recreation Project is in the planning stages to build out to 36 miles of single-track trail. Just like how the Humboldt Wagon Road was built to connect communities in the 1860s, this new trail system aims to connect the Jonesville area to other communities in the Sierra Nevada mountains through outdoor recreation. After the snow falls, the Jonesville Snowmobile Park and staging area offers trails and open land for winter recreation. Snowmobiles starting here have access to 60 miles of groomed trails and various loop options. Cross-country skiers can start on the western side of the staging area to enjoy 9 miles of ungroomed ski trails reserved for non-motorized use. Those trails pass by Colby Meadows and go all the way up to Colby Mountain Lookout. And there's plenty of room for snowshoeing as well off of the designated ski trails. Another way I like enjoying this area is by camping at one of the Lassen National Forest campgrounds in the area. Cherry Hill Campground is between Jonesville and Butte Meadows and has 26 first-come, first-served sites. I love the walk-in sites across the bridge. The Butte Meadows Campground is smaller, but within walking distance to supplies at the Butte Meadows Mercantile or a meal at the Bambi Inn. Both campgrounds are right along Butte Creek, so you can surely find a way to cool off. All right, well, I'm wrapping up my adventure up here in the high country. We started off in Chico, went all the way up to Humboldt Summit, and then cruised down through Jonesville and saw some beautiful land near Butte Creek, Colby Meadows, and now we're back here in Butte Meadows. I'm gonna stop by the Bambi Inn, grab something to eat. Thanks for joining me, Jason Mandly, for another Butte County adventure. There are a lot of great places like this all over the county, so keep on exploring.